Alright, so welcome back, everybody. So welcome back to Forest Shuffle Strategies. For this video, I'm going to be talking about the Oak strategy. So let's get started. So the Oak strategy is not an easy strategy to pull off. It's potentially powerful for sure, but it's not an easy one, and there's not a lot of cards that make up this strategy. And so because of that, you might need to focus on other strategies. I mean, at least one other strategy in addition to the Oak strategy. But let's talk about how the Oak strategy is going to work by talking about the very first tree. Now, the idea of the oak tree strategy is you need to have all 8 tree species in your forest. You need to at least have all 8, okay? That's not easily done, of course, especially if you just can't seem to find certain trees. But that's what you want to potentially do. We don't too much care for the binocular ability here. It does give you an extra turn, but if you do manage to pull it off, you could potentially get an extra turn as well, which might be beneficial to helping with this strategy for sure. But the point of the idea is to get all 8. So while we have the oak tree here, you're going to need a linden tree. You are going to need to have one of these horse chestnut trees as well. You will need to have one of these beech trees, but remember that these beech trees don't give you any points unless you have at least 4 of these trees, which is still possible. You could potentially get 4 of these particular trees in addition to all the other trees you need for the oak tree, okay? But yes, you could, that's another tree you're going to need. The Douglas fir tree is another one you'll need. So, and it will give you some points and potentially also let you take another turn, as well as the oak tree, obviously. The sycamore tree, you're going to need this one as well because, you know, you need to have all 8 species of trees in your forest. And obviously, it could potentially give you a ton of points based on all the trees you have, of course. Another tree you're going to need is obviously the birch tree here. Another one you're going to need is the silver fir tree. You'd also have to have this as well. So that's all of the trees that you need to have in this strategy. One of each of these at least, and obviously you're probably going to want more of these, definitely more of those, potentially some of these, and you're definitely going to want at least another oak tree to make it worth your while. You're going to want to try to get a few of these oak trees. Now there's 7 of them, so it's possible you could get more. So you definitely want to get a few more oak trees. Now, if you are going the oak tree strategy route, then the red squirrel is going to be useful because it's the only way you can get points with the squirrel is if you put it on an oak tree. So it will give you 5 points extra. So that's a good card that would work well with the oak strategy. Another one that would work well with the oak strategy is the wild strawberries, because if you have all 8 tree species in your forest, that gives you 10 points as well. So it's not just the oak tree that could score you a ton of points. If you have all 8 species, you could also get 10 points for the obviously for the strawberries here as well. And it will also give you something to attach to your silver fir tree. Like I said, you're going to want to try other strategies with this one because this silver fir tree isn't going to score you any points unless you connect some stuff to it, of course. Now, if you are going this route, this mushroom, once again, is a great card to have for this strategy because it gives you tons of cards. If you do happen to have, if you do happen to play a lot of cards and you get this played early, you can get a lot of cards that way. And if you are going the oak tree route, you could potentially have the biggest forest, and so the great spotted woodpecker would also help fairly well with the oak strategy. But these are the main cards you would want to be focusing on. But like I said, you're going to want other types of cards that would work with this strategy. But these are the ones that would be best for this strategy. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.